My dear girl, what on earth's the matter?
Oh, my God, I'm in one hell of a mess. I've been threatened and I don't know what to do about it.
You certainly seem to be in a state about something.
Well, every time that phone rings, I just go cold. Someone new comes into the cellar.
Yes, you were even suspicious of me when I came in.
Yes, I'm sorry, but... Well, if you knew what I've been through these past few days, you'd understand.
Why didn't you say something before? Tell me exactly what's wrong. Perhaps I can help. Yes, Vera, I'd really like to help. You may find it hard to believe, but I've had a lot of time to think about my life lately. And I see things rather differently now.
Yeah?
So I'd be grateful if you'd tell me about this trouble of yours. After all, it can't do you any harm, can it?
I suppose not.
Whatever these people are up to, whoever they are, I reckon I might be able to do something about it. I'd like to try.
Ah, it's going to be a success, all right. But mind you, I might get a few funny looks from some of the customers when I slowly rise above this desk.
Oh, they probably think you're practicing the Indian rope trick.
That's an idea. I could become a tourist attraction.
You could at that.
Sandy, the incredible human yo-yo. They could stick me on all the brochures, you know.
What on earth are you talking about?
Me coming up in the world, Amy.
Oh.
Hey, is one of those coffees for me?
No, Vera's got a visitor and asked me to get some coffee. Actually, I think she just wanted to get rid of me.
Oh, private chats, eh? Who is it?
Sid Gilbert.
Sid Gilbert? A shady mate of old Wilf's?
He's no friend of Will Harvey's nor of anybody else. I wouldn't trust him any farther than I could throw him.
It's funny him being around here, huh?
When they locked him up, they let him out a bit too soon.
Morning, all.
Morning.
Hello. Morning.
Hello, you've grown a bit. Must be all that good food you're eating.
Yeah, I always eat out.
Ah.
Can I have a word with you, Tom?
Of course.
Looks as if we're finally going ahead. I had another session with Mr. Hunter this morning. He's going to send the contract to the solicitor.
Great.
I gather Meg means it about going away for a week.
She means it all right. She's packing her bags now.
You, don't mean she guessed what we were up to?
No, not a chance.
No, probably had the whole thing, you know, booked up months ago. Bit of a bombshell there.
Droitwich Hotel.
Oh, it's no good trying for a room there. They won't take any outside bookings. You have to be a member of the Hoteliers Guild or something.
Yeah, I know. I already tried that too.
Well, it looks as though she's given us both the slip, doesn't it?
Time being, anyway.
Oh, well, can't be helped. Say la vie and all that. Might as well call it a day.
Yes, I suppose you could say that.
Oh, sorry about that, Tom. Someone phoning from France. Now, where were we?
I was just thinking maybe we ought to include a couple of estate cars as well as the saloons. You know, probably suit your customers better, particularly if they've got luggage and bits and pieces.
Yeah, that's true enough. They're bound to be bringing samples of their products and bits of machinery over and so on.
Well, you'll need the extra room then. Look, I got a mate in Birmingham who might well consider reducing his prices if we get all the cars from him.
That sounds okay.
Rightio then. I've got some of his brochures in the garage. I'll get them.
Well, it's more prices I'm interested in.
Oh, he'll have those as well.
Fine.
Hello, Tom. I've got your coffee here.
Oh, thanks, love. I'll be back in a sec.
Okay.
Hello, my lovely.
Hello, Cliff. Here's your coffee.
Look, come and sit down a minute.
Okay, but only for a little while. So, Amy says it's all happening for you.
What, with the motel, you mean? Yeah, looks like it. All I have to do is sign on the dotted line.
So you finally hit the big time.
Well, I wouldn't say that. But the old bank balance is looking a bit healthier every minute.
Oh, good.
Yeah, but it's not just the money, Di.
Well, it does help.
Yeah, I'm sure it does, but... Well, it's being part of something that I like. Having people trust you. It's a new feeling, believe you me.
Yeah. So I suppose you'll be moving on now?
Oh, no, not for a while. I've still got a lot of organising to do.
Oh, great.
Oh?
Well, we've had fun together, haven't we?
And it's not over yet. As a matter of fact, I was going to ask you out with me on your next night off.
Oh, great. Where?
Wherever you like.
There is a jazz club I know in Birmingham. We could go there, but the only thing is they do charge rather a lot for membership.
Got to spend it sometime, haven't you?
Here we are, mate.
Well, I better go.
Thanks for the coffee,
It's
love.
a pleasure. I'll see you later, Cliff.
You bet you will.
Well, it's going to cost a bit, but if you want new ones, you've got to expect to pay out.
Well, let's not get too hung up about the cost at the moment, shall we? Life's too short. That looks quite a good one.
Hello, Sandy.
Hello, Sheila.
Good to see you back.
You too. Long time no see.
Been even back a couple of days.
Yeah, so I heard.
Still, I should be around for quite some time, if I can get a job, that is.
Well, I wish you luck.
Thank you. I'll need it. I've got to go for one this afternoon.
And, thank you for all those letters you wrote me whilst I was in Saxon Hall.
Sometimes I could hardly think of anything interesting to say.
No, it's funny, because it was even harder in there. I had all that time on my hands, and I never seemed to do anything.
What did you do?
Oh, I did my exercises, morning and evening.
What sort of exercises?
Chasing the nurses around the ward.
Oh.
Trouble was, I never caught anybody.
Hard luck.
Story of my life.
Hello, Sheila. We haven't seen you for a long time. You put on a bit of weight.
Charming.
Oh, it suits you.
Hey, Diane, do you think you could get me a cup of coffee?
For the assistant manager, anything.
Assistant manager?
Oh, yeah, talking to a very important fella now, you know.
Funny, I could have sworn I was talking to Sandy.
I'll get you the coffee, sir.
Thank you.
Is Jill in the salon? It's really her I came to see.
Yes, I think she's in there. You go ahead. Crossroads Motel. Certainly, madam. A budgerigar.
We'll be with you in a few minutes, okay?
Thank you, my dear. I'll give her a few minutes more. She looks well stuck into that book anyhow.
What time's your next appointment?
2:45, so that makes it... Oh, what on earth did I do with my watch?
Well, did you take it off?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was doing a shampoo earlier. I took it off and I put it down over there.
Oh, funny. I didn't see it when I was tidying up over there.
That's all right, love. I remember exactly where I put it now. Hello? Oh, hello, Sheila. Hang on, love. I'm just looking for my watch.
You haven't come to see if she's changed her mind, have you?
No chance, is there?
No, I was just going to warn you.
Well, I've got to go for a job today. Yes, this afternoon in Birmingham. I saw the ad in the paper.
Oh, good. Hope you get it.
So do I. Thing is, I thought I'd smarten myself up a bit. Do you think you could fit me in for a shampoo and a blow-dry?
Yeah, I don't see why not. We're not very busy.
And do you think Vera would let me put it on the slate? I'm a bit skint.
Well, I'll ask her for you if you like.
It's gone. What? My watch. Somebody's nicked it.
Can I help you?
Well, that all depends, really, doesn't it?
Well, I'll do my best, but you'll have to make allowances, you know, because I'm a bit new to all this.
Oh, I've heard about you.
Have you?
Yeah, you're the one who did me out of a job.
Oh, I'm sure I didn't do that. Who are you?
Just a fellow applied for work the day you began. Between you and me, I don't blame them. They picked the pretty one.
I wouldn't say that.
Hello, cheeky with it too.
Anyway, sir, how can I help you?
Well, I was hoping to have a word with an old friend of mine. Diane. Diane, what's her name now? Parker?
That's right. You a friend of Diane's?
I was, a long time ago. Then we never met again until I walked in here the other day. Is she around?
You picked the wrong night. She's off duty.
Oh, I'm really not having much luck lately, one way or another. First I get turned down for the job, and now...
Who turned you down?
Your assistant manager. Chap in a wheelchair. He seemed a nice enough chap, but he...
Oh, yes, Sandy is nice, but you should go right to the top. Now, Mr. Hunter, he's the real boss. He's not only the manager, but he's one of the directors as well.
You think it would be worth my talking to him?
Oh, yeah. Oh, but you can't.
Come again?
Well, he's out. I don't know when he'll be back.
Oh, thanks very much. Why don't I just go and jump in the lake?
No, what I mean to say is, can you call back another day? He's usually in the mornings. Can you manage that?
I suppose so. You really think it would be worth trying?
Anything's worth trying. That's my motto. Anyone's home? Hello. Oh, hello.
Didn't Stan pick you up tonight?
No, got held up. It's a bit of a hit-and-miss arrangement. It all depends on what time Stan can leave, then it depends on whether he gets a lift or not, then it depends on the traffic. Well, look, never mind about me. How did you get on?
Oh, I got the job.
Oh, good. Well, I knew you would.
Oh, well, of course, I'm the greatest.
Well?
Well, what?
Well, tell me about it. Honestly, I have to drag things out of you.
Well, it's not exactly the best salon I've ever worked in. In fact, it's the worst.
What way?
Well, it's shabby and tatty, and all the customers seem to want those little waves and ringlets.
You have to educate them to want something better.
No, the customer is always right. Anyway, I'd be the loser. No, Jill, it's a job. That's all I care about.
Well, it'll tide you over till you get something else. Tea?
Please. Jill, I'm sorry about last night.
Last night?
Well, I wasn't very nice to you.
Oh, it's all right. You're in a bad mood. And you'd have every reason to be.
Do you want to know why I left Jake?
Do you want to tell me?
You can probably guess.
Is it what Dad said?
Well, Dad was right about Jake and wrong about me.
But you left him.
Oh, yes, but Dad got the reasons wrong. It wasn't that I was brought up respectably. I just don't like Jake, not in that way, anyway. Well, not in any way.
Well, why did you go off with him?
So that I could leave home. Oh, it wasn't that I was running off with Jake. I was running away from Dad. From everything. From Dad's love of Len.
He loves you.
Second best.
No, really, Sheila.
Not now, perhaps. But then, yes.
When did you leave Jake?
Oh, within a week.
Where have you been then? What have you been doing all this time?
Did Vera's watch turn up?
Are you changing the subject?
Yes.
How many of those phone calls have you had?
4.
Don't you think you ought to phone the police?
Well, what would I say? I keep getting telephone calls, but nothing happens.
Yeah, I see your point. Well, you could always ask them to intercept the calls at reception before they put them through to the salon.
Well, that's no good. They ring the salon direct. Which means it must be somebody who knows the motel well. That line's only been installed a couple of weeks.
Well, I'm afraid you're just going to have to grin and bear it, Vera.
It's what they're going to do next that worries me.
Do you mean you might have another visit from that man that burnt the wig?
Seems likely.
Oh, Vera, honestly, I do wish I knew somebody who could give you some advice on what to do.
Sid Gilbert's coming round here tonight to do just that.
That's horrible little creep.
Yeah. Well, it's a question of set a thief. Anyway, he seems to have changed a bit. He said he wants to help.
Oh, do you think you can trust him?
Let's hope so. He reckons that time inside changed his way of thinking. I suppose it could be.
Oh, I suppose it could. I know Cliff says he wouldn't get into that sort of trouble again.
How are things going with you and him?
Oh, fine. It's true, you know what Amy says. He is going into partnership with Meg and David.
The cars?
Yeah.
That sounds like a good idea.
Well, he reckons he's going to make a bomb out of it. Which reminds me, he's taking me out tomorrow night.
Lucky you.
Vera, thanks very much for buying me that dress. It was very nice of you. I'll give it you back on payday.
Good. I'm a bit hard up myself now.
I think it was worth lashing out, you know. I look on it as a sort of investment.
Yeah, well, you know my opinion on that, Di. But it's your life. I'm not going to tell you how to run it.
Good evening, Vera.
Hello, Mr. Gilbert. Come on in.
Hello, Jane. How's it going?
Oh, smashing. I'm exhausted, though.
Oh, well, do you fancy a drink before you go?
Oh, yeah, thanks very much. I'll have a glass of wine.
Glass of wine. What would you like? Red, white, or rosy?
Rosie sounds nice.
Excuse me.
Hey, everybody's dead friendly here, aren't they?
Well, we aim to please.
I was a bit terrified of that Mrs. Cunningham at first, you know, but when you get to know her, she's nice, isn't she?
Well, I suppose everybody is when you get to know them, you know.
Yeah.
There you go. Won't be a minute. Glug, glug, glug.
Looks nice.
There you go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'll tell you somebody I met today.
Yeah?
Oh, nothing. Nobody. It's all right. Just somebody I met.
Oh. Seen much of Dave lately? Dave Cartwright?
Yeah, we've been working together.
That's nice.
Yeah, he is. He's very nice. Sandy,
Hmm.
do you mind if I ask you something rather personal?
Well, you can always ask.
Do you believe in love at first sight?
Well, I suppose it's possible, Jane, yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I mean, sometimes when you just have to look at somebody and you know, wham! You know, you just know.
You do you?
Yeah. But the thing I want to ask you is, if a girl can feel like that about a bloke, can it happen in reverse?
I beg your pardon?
Well, can a bloke feel like that about a girl? Wham!
Well, I should think so, Jane. I mean, there'd have to be a certain amount of wham on both sides, wouldn't you say?
Oh, I'd hoped you'd say that. Thank you, Sandy.
And you think this fella with all the wham might have sort of wandered into your life fairly recently, do you?
I hope so.
Right here at the motel, perhaps?
Right here.
It's funny, isn't it?
Hilarious.
No, I mean the way I'm telling you all this. I've never done it before.
Well, maybe I'm a good listener.
I think you are. Do you know, I've never been able to talk to anybody the way I can talk to you. Oh, Sandy, you are great. You really are.
Oh, well, yes.
Evening.
Do you want something, Amy?
I'm just off home.
Don't let me stop you.
I won't.
Well, good night then, Amy. See you tomorrow.
Trying to get rid of me, are you? Oh, well, they do say two's company. Good night, Jane.
Night, Mrs. Turtle.
Ta, Sandy.
Ta-ra. Oh, dear.
What's the matter?
There's one thing that drives me mad is people who put 2 and 2 together and make 5.
And then the big oaf set light to one of my hair pieces.
Did anyone else see him?
No, he made sure of that.
So there'd be no point in going to the police. It'd be just your word against his that it wasn't an accident.
He could deny he was even there, and I'd be hard put to prove otherwise.
Yeah. I wouldn't advise it, though, at this stage. You couldn't prove anything had happened. And once they'd dismissed it as imagination, it'd be that much harder to get them back later.
Well, you don't think it was imagination, do you?
This bloke Haynes doesn't sound like imagination to me. Too solid for that. He meant business right enough.
Have you heard of him before? Does he specialise in this sort of thing?
Haynes. There used to be a middleweight boxer called Haynes. Local. Useful fighter. Could be the same bloke, I suppose.
How about Mr. Brown?
No, there I really am working in the dark. But I'll start making inquiries on both counts.
Thanks. I could use some inside help.
I'll do my best. Oh, by the way, before I go, anything else you're frightened might happen?
Well, how do you mean?
Any particular area? This boat, for instance. Does Mr. Brown have your home address?
I hope not.
If so, he might send one of his boys round here to see you.
Right, Vera, that's it. Nicky seems to have settled down okay.
Good.
Who's Nicky?
He's my little boy.
I see. That really is a worry, then.
What are you talking about?
Well, they wouldn't harm Nicky and Diane. It's got nothing to do with them.
You think that makes a difference?
It's got to.
Well, I hope you're right, Vera. I was worried enough about you as it was, and I didn't know there was a child on board. So it makes it even more imperative you should be well protected.